Disney Channel's Monstober.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to Only Besties in the Building podcast. I'm
Yay.
Kim.
And I'm Caroline.
And today we are talking about witches.
What is
This
the catchphrase
Halloween.
when they go Twitches? What is it?
Oh, yeah. Go
Yeah.
Twitches. Go
Go
Twitches.
Twitches, yeah.
Yes. Oh, I loved that. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh, little things like that just make my day.
I
But
think
yes.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I think
Okay.
Twitches is nostalgic, like a nostalgic Halloween movie on par with Hocus Pocus.
Oh, for sure. I just feel like, honestly, all Halloween themed movies have been,
Just hit you
are
up.
very,
They just kind of like sucker punch you.
yeah, they're like all nostalgic. Because I don't think they've made a good Halloween movie in this last decade, other than We Like Hubie Halloween. Have you ever seen that one?
The Haunted
It's with
Mansion was
Adam
good.
Sandler. Oh, but that came out in that same, like,
No,
decade.
the second one they released was good.
Oh, like
It's on
with new
Disney.
people?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus if you want to watch it. You should watch
I
it
can't-
to get some
I can't
spookiness.
see. Is it good? Because I'm like, any remake, I'm like, it always sucks.
No,
So
it
it's
wasn't a
good?
remake. It was like a play on what happened with the other one, but it was a whole new plot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think.
maybe then I will.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think.
maybe I
It was
will.
good. I watched it. Like, I watch it every year now.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm like, did you like Hocus Pocus too? I know this is off topic now, but
Loved Hocus Pocus.
wait, no, two, the second one.
Oh, the second one. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
I
thought it was
hated
good.
it. I
but-
only liked the flashback scenes
Yeah.
of like when they were
When
younger.
they're girls, that was
They were
nice.
so good. But then when it came to the new girl, she just wasn't my vibe. I don't know what it was.
Well, I don't like when they use old people don't know how to use technology, and that
Yeah,
was kind
that's
of
true,
a
too.
bit in the movie.
Yeah, I agree with him. I don't know. I really wish it was just more of like the main actresses and stuff and not the new
Yeah.
characters.
I get what you're saying.
But
Twitches
anyhoozles.
Had a hidden world in early 2000s fashion, which makes us so nostalgic. When I was looking into the movie, Disney was testing if Twitches could be their next Halloween town. Because they had
Which is
such success
fascinating.
with Halloween Town. So that's when they were churning out a lot of Halloween movies during those years.
I'm wondering, do you know if it was the same like year that they all came out, or was it like back-to-back years that they had? Because I'm like, I remember when like they premiered, but I cannot remember if it all came out in the same year.
Well, Twitches came out 20 years ago. I had to sit down. Like, I think I had to lie
Nauseating.
down when I read that. I was like, oh my god.
That is so nauseating. It's not even funny. That makes me feel so old.
I know. I was like, so I was 9.
Oh,
I did the
that's
math. I was like,
ghastly.
oh my gosh. I'm
That's just so ghastly. I
old.
can't even
But it came
describe that.
out October 14th, 2005. So it just
Literally.
celebrated their 20th anniversary.
Wow, it's just oof. And I didn't know this, but I saw that you found that it was based on a book series by H.B. Gilmore and Randy Racefield.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
8 book series. Like, wow, that is
It's
fascinating
also
as all
like the
heck.
Cheetah Girls. Like, we didn't know that was based
True.
on a book series. We didn't care. We were like, this is good.
Oh,
We didn't
yeah.
look too much into it, I feel.
So true. Mind heckling. It honestly reminds me of like the Gossip Girl era and how like Gossip Girl was based off of books.
All the best shows were based off of books.
Yeah.
Vampire Diaries.
Oh gosh, it's like they need to continue to just follow writers.
Yeah. But the book series was darker and more mature. So it leaned into like the gothic fantasy, but then Disney was like, we can't appeal to younger kids with that. So they lightened the subject matter, but still kept the themes like the family, destiny,
I love that. Yeah.
duality stuff.
Yeah, which is like really cool.
Which is funny because the shadow scared the crap out of me.
It was so scary. No, I
Scary,
remember
and-
it vividly.
And I watched it a couple of years ago. I was like, that's what scared me. That
No, it was so scary. It was like just like haunting because it's like you saw like the
It's just, like,
distance of it,
dark
like just
shadow
yeah.
sneak around and cause horrible things to happen.
Yeah, it's just like that's wild to me that it's still like that's what you remember from the movie is how
Yeah, I
scary
was
it
scared.
was.
That scared me and the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody episode.
Yeah,
with
that was a
the
scary
when they're
one.
in the with the painting.
Yep,
Scared
yep.
the crap out of me.
Yes.
I remember sleeping
Yes.
in my parents' room that night after like both like Disney took like scared me even, and they
Yeah.
tried to lighten it. And then the
Oh
That's So
gosh, that's
Raven
so funny.
episode with
I'm trying to
the
remember that
scary
one.
babysitter.
I like him like I kind of remember it, but I feel like if I
That
saw a
one.
picture, it would spark my memory.
Yeah, so the Shadow, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and the That's So Raven Halloween episode scared the crap out of me.
Oh my
They did a good
gosh.
job with that.
Yeah, like shows back then were freaking phenomenal, which I'm sure most people could probably guess the reason why it was called Twitches, which is
Twin witches.
obviously twin witches. Yeah. Like
That
that's
made me laugh
pretty.
because I was like, I feel like even as a kid I got that, but that had to be explained still, you know?
Exactly. Which I'm like, you know what, maybe some people just want to catch on to that, but yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why, if you were wondering.
But as a refresher, Tamara, right?
Mm?
Tamara Mowry
Yeah.
played Cameron, the rich, bubbly one, and then Tia played Alex, the practical, grounded one, which
Mm-hmm.
I remember favoring Alex, I think.
Me too. Alex was my fave.
Because I remember picking them based off what skill I liked they had, and Cameron was the
Oh.
artist, remember? And
Yeah,
Alex
yeah.
wrote. She wrote
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah. I just remember liking her because I always thought Cameron was annoying.
Well, she played the rich, bubbly, dumb,
Yeah.
not dumb, sorry, ditzy.
Problematic.
Yeah,
I feel like
problematic.
problematic would be because she got into like trouble and stuff. So like, I think she was a little like, yeah. I just would always get annoyed with her, but
But they said it mirrored their real life personalities,
no way.
which I feel like I remember watching Sister Sister, and I think it was set up that
Like
way
that.
too. Yeah, with Tia being the like more sensible twin, and then Tamara being the.
Yeah, more comedy and stuff. I could see that actually.
Can't believe it's been so long since I've
That's
seen that. Like I remember watching it every day, but I'm having trouble
that's
like remembering it, which means we're old.
yeah, and like that makes me think, how old are they then? Like they have to be close to their
In the 40s.
50s.
I
Oh,
don't think
40s,
50.
40s.
They were 21 when this movie came out, I think.
So
So I
that's
think they were
20. They're 40.
40.
Yeah, 40s. Oi.
They're
Oh my
middle
gosh.
aged,
That's
which is
wild.
okay. Middle
Oh,
aging is
it's totally fine.
good,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
scary, which is why we're like, holy
yeah.
crap. Because we're gonna be middle
Yeah.
aged in 10 years.
I don't want to think about
Okay.
it.
But okay, so their witches' names, Artemis and Apollo, were after the Greek gods. So Moon was Artemis, and then Sun was Apollo,
So
which is
cool.
why Alex was stronger at night because she was Artemis, and then
Yeah.
if I'm saying that right, and then
Yeah, you're
Cameron was
right.
stronger during the day, which was Apollo.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So I thought that was cool because I get it now, but then I would never would have understood that.
Yeah, and I saw that you also saw that their like Coventry design was mixed with Greek and celestial inspiration, which is kind of
Yeah,
cool.
the moon and the sun, but also
Yeah.
with like which the Greek mythology elements with like the
Yeah, that's
gods.
fun.
Yeah.
I love that.
It was actually a lot deeper than I remember it being because the village
Yeah.
Thantos was named after the Greek god Thanatos, who's the personification of
Whoa.
death.
Oh my gosh, that's wild. I didn't catch
Yeah.
that when I was reading your research. Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh, they really put a lot of thought into this movie.
Yeah.
Or our authors did a really good job with like tying in the lore and history, you
I
know?
love that. I love when like details like that are added to things because most people don't catch it right away. But like when you start rewatching it or you start talking about it, then it's like you appreciate the
Yeah.
details more after the fact.
You're like, oh,
But
that was smart. That was tricky. Slipping that
exactly.
in.
But I know as everyone is aware that it was obviously a staple in Monstober
Oh my
for
gosh.
Disney.
I'd give a finger to experience Monstober on
Oh,
Disney again.
I miss it. I miss having cable first off.
I miss the
But
commercials, which sounds weird, but I
yeah,
miss the
no, I
Halloween
agree. I
theme, like the
agree.
holiday theme.
Yeah, like to have like little trailers for like a show or a movie that was coming like next week
Yeah.
or something. Ugh, I miss it so much.
And they're like, next, in that Disney guy voice, next Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder
Disney
what he's
original
up
movie.
to. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he's
Oh,
even still here.
Oh, okay, don't. Hopefully. Happy note. Fun facts
Yes,
about the
yes.
movie. So the girls would play tricks on the cast and crew because they couldn't tell them apart, which I thought was interesting because
How?
I think they don't look
Yeah, I
super
agree.
identical.
Because Tamara has the mole right here. That's how I was
So I was
always
like,
able to tell
maybe
them apart.
Tia had a mole on her face.
Oh,
Maybe.
maybe,
But
maybe.
still, I feel like they have enough differences. Like
I agree.
Mary Kate and Ashley, I feel like could get a when you get older, I notice twins have more distinct
For
differences.
sure, for sure.
And they were
I agree with
21, I
you.
think, during the movie.
Yeah, that's wild.
Because then Tia played Cameron, Tamara's role, during the
Yeah.
birthday party scene because Tamara had a scheduling conflict, which made, like, so she, like, I didn't notice the difference when
I
I
didn't
watched the movie.
either, to be honest, which I think is hilarious because I saw that it was that came up on my TikTok of her talking about her switching places for her, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that's
Did
so
you say
crazy.
twitching or switching?
Switch, did I
It
say
sounded like
switching?
twitch. I think you said twitching.
Oh, hey.
Slip that in there.
Heck yeah. I love that. That's gold.
But Cameron's house was also the house of Mean Girls, which I recognize now. I was like the it's so rich looking.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could see it.
Regina's house,
That's funny. I feel like they probably did that for a lot of houses and sets. They reused different
especially during
things.
the Warner Brothers probably or
Oh yeah,
Disney. They probably have the same lot, like same
probably.
set lot
Or
and stuff.
shared it, or at least rented it
Yeah.
out or something. Oh, that's so funny. What a fun little fact, though.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. But then many of the sister arguing moments were improvised.
Oh, I love
So
that.
they would just do what they thought was best during those scenes. And then they would slip in jokes from Sister, which I'd have to rewatch to see if I can
That's
catch
so
some.
cute. I loved Sister Sister. I remember it was always on like past the like midnight hours, and
Yeah.
like we would have it like running in our living room during like
I
sleepover
think I
times or
watched it
whatever.
on ABC Family. It
It was
was
on ABC Family? I thought it was on Disney.
no,
Maybe it was on ABC
I thought it was
Family.
an ABC Family. You know, like they had Full House on ABC Family.
Yeah, maybe it was. I don't know actually.
Maybe they shared it.
I have no idea. I cannot remember.
Or Nickelodeon.
Regardless, it was on like one of the best channels ever. Like there
Yeah.
was like a handful of channels that were just like on repeat for us. The
Disney
best.
Channel, Nickelodeon,
Literally.
ABC Family.
Love it.
And when I got older,
Anyways.
the CW.
I love to see it.
Oh, so the scary darkness shadow was now that to make it less scary, was a
Yeah.
mix of CGI and dry ice smoke to give it a realistic texture. So the
And
smoke was realistic.
yeah, no, I think that's pretty cool. I miss when movies and TV shows actually put an effort like that, that made it
Mhm.
look mostly realistic. Because, I mean, I know they have the technology for really good CGI these days, but I don't know what the frick these people are doing because the
Well, I
CGI
feel
these
like
days look horrid.
they rely more on CGI than sets now, and you can
Hmm.
kind of tell, and they need
Yeah,
to do both for it to be good.
I agree. Probably because it's cheaper, you know?
Yeah, of course. Bad quality just to
Which
save some
I
money.
hate it. Yeah, it's really everything these days. Everything is cheaper to produce more and all that kind of stuff. Ugh, whatever. Anyways.
And then it was one of the first Disney Halloween movies with black female leads, which I thought
Awesome.
was really
Yeah, that's
cool. But
super cool.
it was also 2005, so maybe they could have done that in the 90s.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
done a little bit earlier, but hey, better late than never.
Yeah, they tried. Like they were pretty good about diversity
Yeah,
during
oh,
that
for
time.
sure, which is awesome.
And then
Oh
the
my
movie,
gosh, I saw this on TikTok. It actually
yeah,
baffled me. This
they
was
had
in
an
Twitches too, though.
was it? I thought it was for both.
I heard it was on Twitches too because it was like for a third movie, but they never had a third
Oh,
movie. I don't know. That's just what I
okay.
saw on TikTok.
Yeah, so there may be two alternate endings for either Twitches and Twitches 2, but it shows them trapped in a magical dimension without destroying the villain, Thantos.
What?
So I
That's
think,
interesting.
yeah, so I was like, maybe that's why I thought it was the first movie
Okay, they
because
had to
they
have it on.
battled
Well,
the guy.
okay, I think you're right. That's probably how they set it up for the first movie because the one that I saw on TikTok was that for the second movie, the alternate ending was something to set up them meeting their mom in the third movie.
Oh, that makes more sense. Because I read there were alternate endings for both, but I only looked up the one for the
Yeah,
Twitches,
yeah.
this
Wow,
one,
that's
because it was,
fascinating. So both of the movies had it, and they set it up for like another like
yeah, like
movie or
another,
whatever. I wonder
in,
why they never had a third one since the second one was like I'm pretty sure it was successful.
maybe their demographic aged out. Like, did you remember the Cheetah Girls 3 for us? We don't
Oh
remember as
yeah.
well, so maybe it was like kind of like that,
Horrible.
you know?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so I just think that overall I loved that I always loved magic growing up and like just the lore about witches.
Yeah.
So Caroline thought it would be really fun to kind of do some research on like witch lore and how it was like kind of tied into the movie a little bit and just overall since it's spooky season right now, we want to give a little bit of spooky vibes. So,
I
I
also
don't
wondered if like the authors did their research too because of how those little details in the movies that tied into like
had
history and
to.
stuff. So I was like,
Yeah.
maybe they did tie it in because after like some of the themes, I'm like, oh, it does tie
Yeah.
into like witch history, which is very hard to
Yeah.
research because witches aren't proven to be real. So it's like
Oh, I
researching
believe it.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I thought
I
it'd be cool,
totally.
like a whole section of witch, but a lot of the stuff I found was on like the executions and like the witch
Oh,
trials,
so fascinating.
which
Yeah.
also is very interesting. But I was like, like I was wanting the more like kind of like the Bible, you know?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
shows where
yeah.
everything started, but I couldn't find that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like honestly it probably stemmed from like and I don't know too much about this only based off of like my like fantasy watching
Yeah,
slash reading, but like it started with like was it called paganism, and then it went
yeah,
to like witches and stuff, right? Or is
kind of.
paganism like the same thing as witchcraft?
I think it's like a branch, kind of like
Branch, okay.
Christianity.
Because
There's different branches.
there's this really crazy movie that Steve and I watched. It's like a with like paganism. Oh my gosh, and
No, I'm good. It sounds
it was
scary,
so scary. Oh my
but
gosh, who was
even
someone
with
popular was in it too? But anyway, sorry.
I was gonna say even without like finding fact, like I was looking for facts, but
Yeah,
you kind of have to go off like rumors, you know?
yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of like it's rumored like bloodline magic, like you know how it's
Okay.
passed from like like witchcraft is a family inheritance and it
Yeah,
is passed from like mother to daughter,
that's so
which
fascinating. I
is
love
there's more about women witches than men,
that.
which
Men,
I
yeah.
was
I think they're
fine
called
with. I don't want to read
warlocks.
about any men right now. Yeah.
I think I
Yeah,
think that
warlocks.
yeah. I like I'm not gonna lie. I used to watch a lot of shows with witches in it, like
Witch.
Charmed, Buffy. Oh my God. Bewitched. Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't watch Bewitched as much. I loved Sabrina. I
Sabrina the
just
Teenage
loved
Witch. Yeah,
witches. I
that's kind
just
of
thought
like
they were
how
so
we learned
cool.
about witches. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't any factual stuff. It was more like the stuff how it kind of created, like all the like
Yeah.
tales.
And it was like more
But
charming, not like
yeah,
the
cuter.
nitty-gritty stuff. Exactly.
But like one of the earliest references to hereditary magic is from ancient Mesopotamia. How do I say that? Ancient
I think you said it right.
ancient
Mesopotamia. Yeah.
Mesopotamia, where the Sumerians believed in magic being passed down through family lines. And then it was referenced in the Odyssey with Circe. Which did you ever read that?
Oh. No, but it's on my to read list because it's becoming a movie, ain't it?
Oh, really? It was a
Yeah.
great book.
I think
Okay.
Christopher Nolan's directing it, which I'm
Oh,
like,
I know.
it's
I'm
gonna
talking
be
about.
phenomenal.
There's a separate book, Circe.
Oh.
It's based off the witch from the Odyssey.
Oh, sorry, never
Yeah.
mind.
But Circe
Oopsie.
turned men into animals, which I thought
Oh,
was I loved it. When I remember because the men would like, be predatory and horrible, and then she'd be
wait,
like,
that's I
and then
love
she just
that.
turned them into animals.
Queen energy. I'm
But
here
she's
for it.
referenced in the Odyssey, and then people take characters and give them their own story.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's really cool.
And then ancient Greek texts also proved hereditary magic traditions because Plato mentions priestly families of Egypt that claimed to possess secret knowledge inherited through generations.
So
which
interesting.
could be anything.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And
But,
so the Norse is Norway. So the Norse
uh-huh.
sagas speak of a form of magic called seor that is
Ooh.
practiced by certain families, and in particular, the ones descended from the goddess Freyja.
Oh, wow.
And then
That's
that's why,
interesting.
yeah, so that's why I was like, okay, so Twitch is tied in the sisters getting their magic from their parents.
Yeah.
So they're the line. It's like a lineage thing,
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
which
I
is what
love
made
that
me
so
think.
much. Like,
I
that
was
is
like,
just so cool.
it was very, hopefully I'm pronouncing some of these words right, because I was like, ooh, we don't know how to say that one.
Help us out if we ain't.
Yeah. And then, like, with witches, there's the power of duality. So, like, they balance light and dark, good and evil.
Yeah.
So, like, Alex and Cameron were the sun and the moon. And
Which
so
is
they
cool,
balanced
yeah.
and strengthened each other when they worked
Yeah.
together. So one had to pick up more slack than the other, depending on the time of day.
Yeah. Because of like their differences, it equalized them, which is cool.
And then there's like a twin dynamic in her, okay, I'm just gonna say occult traditions,
Uh-huh.
which is a balance of opposites as a sort of creation.
Ooh,
So I was
that's
like, maybe that's
awesome.
why they made them twins.
Yeah. Oh, that's
And
so
then,
fascinating.
in a pre-Christian society, so Norse practitioners from Norway performed a form of magic to see or shape fate. And they like
Oh.
consulted kings and chieftains,
So like
uh,
seers per se? Premonitionists?
yeah,
Like that
kind
kind of
of.
thing?
Like they provided guidance and like kind of ensured balance. And
Ooh.
they were like associated with maintaining harmony between humans and the spiritual realm.
Ooh, fascinating.
And then Celtic druids, which were priestesses,
Yeah.
they held judicial, spiritual, and educational roles. So they also held elevated roles. And they maintained societal order through like spiritual rituals and healings.
Wow,
So
that's
there's like, yeah, they're like balance, witches are essential
they were
in this,
important.
yeah,
Yeah.
maintaining balance in society, essentially.
That's interesting that it went from like they were really valued in society to then they were like killed
Yeah, and then they're like, oh,
at the
witches.
stake. I wonder how that happened because I mean, I'm sure.
The whole history section on that one, because that was kind of how they
Oh,
tied in. That's a lot of the stuff I
really?
found about. Maybe we can talk about that one in the Halloween Town episode,
Yeah.
because
That would be fun.
they had to hide that they were witches, I think,
Yeah,
remember?
yeah. They did, yeah.
Yeah, so we could talk
Oh,
about that during that
fascinating. That would be
episode.
cool.
But during the rise of Christianity, then healers, herbalists, and midwives were rebranded as witches. So women professions,
That's
essentially,
yeah,
which
yeah.
drives me
Like,
crazy.
of course,
That
and
provide
holistic stuff
healing.
too.
Yeah, like so
Like,
the churches and like the states accuse them of consorting with the devil, and many, but still other
oh
people saw them as protectors and maintaining like the
yeah.
peace and health, unless
Oh,
someone threw a
that's so
Bible in your
annoying.
face. And then Baba Yaga. So this is Slavic folklore.
Bro, I actually know this.
Oh, you do?
Or
Okay.
I've heard of Baba Yaga at least.
Is it scary?
No, and I've heard of the Morrigan too. Oh my God, this is where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
So Baba Yaga, for people who don't know, was an
Yeah.
ambiguous forest witch who sometimes devoured the guides, but she
Yeah,
acted
so
as a
crazy.
threshold guardian and test whether a visitor is worth like good and bad.
Yeah.
So she maintained the balance between civilization and chaos.
Yeah, I heard like she's really scary.
Well, she sounded scary. I was like, she eats people.
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%.
And then the
She,
Morrigan was from Irish mythology, and she was a goddess associated with witch-like powers,
so cool.
and she controlled like the fate of war and symbolized the chaos and
Yeah,
order. Which,
I love that.
so I was
No,
like, did
she
they make them twins because they needed someone to maintain, like, show that duality?
maybe, but I mean, I don't know if you remember in Vampire Diaries, there was that whole season on the coven with like the witches with like the twins and stuff. I could just talk for hours about this. I love this kind of stuff. Like, I think this is so cool.
It's very interesting
It is. It is.
because I was like, oh, maybe the authors did tie this in, and like they did the research, or like, how can we
Yeah.
tie this into the elements of the book?
Well, I'm wondering if it like was like based off of like how like the book series. I wonder if the book series had more of this tied
I think
into
they
it.
dived deeper in, from what I
Yeah,
remember,
which would be
like
cool.
reading about them. They said that they dived deeper into like the the magic of it.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So then the shadow.
Oof.
So in folklore, shadow often represents transformation and suppressed power. So I was like, it
Ooh.
could. So like how the uncle was the villain
Yeah.
and he was just trying to take over and be a horrible person.
Yeah,
So I was like,
yeah.
maybe it could symbolize the suppressed like feminine power that's been demonized with like women in history, and then the
Oh.
Twitches flip the narrative by like confronting it
Oh yeah, maybe. Honestly, that's a pretty good idea. Hey, look at you,
because
girl.
well, I was
Writing
like,
these theses and stuff. I
and
love
then
that.
Greek mythology shades and like shadows are often the
Yeah.
souls of the dead. They're formless and weak.
Oof. That is like usually that I get scared about. If you start
Yeah.
like getting into it, I'm like, oh yeah.
And then the veil between worlds. So
Oh,
like
this
how
is
they
like a
had
whole
different
thing.
realms
Yeah.
and they had the realms they kind of went back and forth between.
Hmm.
Like in lore, many witch stories feature the chosen ones, and in the movie they are like prophesied to save. They're like, you need to come back, you need to fight this
Yeah.
person. So
Yeah,
they had to
yeah.
jump back and forth between the realms, essentially.
That's wild. Yeah, like veils between worlds are so scary to think about. I know a lot of people probably don't
I
believe
don't think too
them.
deeply about it because in my brain it's like, whoa.
Oh, it scares me. I'm like, I do believe that
Well,
there
I
is
believe in
something
it,
like
which is
that.
why I don't think too deeply into it because I'm like, I don't need to
Yeah,
know.
it
I was
gets
like, I don't
scary
need
when
to
you
know about
start.
this.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, yeah.
but
Anyway, sorry.
witches are seen as liminal beings, which means they're not fully mundane or divine. They're kind of like straddling that, like the
Yeah.
duality. They're straddling that line. And their power comes from standing at the threshold between like both realms,
Yeah.
essentially. And then in a Celtic culture,
Mm,
Samhain,
okay.
Halloween essentially.
Yeah.
And it's for them, it like the history of it is the veil between the worlds grow thin, allowing witches, fairies, and the dead to move between realms more
Yeah.
easily. Which I was like, that makes sense. When I read that, it was like Halloween essentially, but not the
Yeah.
American version of Halloween.
There's some really good Halloween movies about that specific thing where like crazy things
Samhain?
happen. I don't know
Oh, that's
what
cool.
they're called, but I remember watching them. I want to say they were like on Family Channel maybe or something like that.
Oh, that's not that bad then, if they're on the Family
I
Channel.
don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. But I have like yeah, there's some really good ones.
And then in Norway magic, or Norse magic, Seor witches entered trance states to communicate with spirits traveling through the veil.
Oof. That's
So like
dangerous
I
territory.
know. So that's how I feel like that was also deliberately brought into the books because
Yeah.
they did have different like separations of worlds.
Yeah, no, for sure. And they
Which
have like realms and stuff and like the
yeah,
travel holes or whatever they're called, or like the books that like people will get sucked into, the
yeah,
realm, or what are they called? Portals, portals.
yeah, the
That's what they're called.
Coventry or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Portals, yeah. That's the word. Okay. And then the feminine divine. So in witchcraft, it often reclaims feminine energy as sacred. So like the moms and the sister in the movie were like nurturing, intuitive, creative magic, and it was very community centered and not male dominated.
Oh,
And they were shown
yes.
defeating a male dominated power.
That's so fascinating, and I love that because
I was like
queen
feminism before
energy,
feminism, before Vicky
literally,
Vix.
that's amazing. Listen, as my sister says, God is a woman. And
Yeah,
I'm
God
like,
is over Ariana
absolutely.
Grande.
Oh yeah, Ariana. It's
I
like
love that
such a
song.
fact. Like guys wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us
No,
anyway. So
literally, which we can't get
we are
into that. I'll just start
superior.
ranting. literally.
Literally.
But in many, so that I always wondered, okay, but I always wondered how we would be if we were a matriarchal society versus patriarchal. And I think we'd be
Ooh,
better off because elephants are matriarchal.
absolutely.
They're a matriarchal animal. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I always thought that was very interesting. But in many
That's
ancient
so
cultures,
fascinating.
the feminine divine was the existing force behind the universe, and it was often personified as Mother Earth, Great Goddess, or Moon,
Ooh, love that.
which I thought was cool too because I'm a you know how like you're Virgo, I'm a
Yeah,
Cancer, and then
yeah,
the moon is the Cancer sign, and
yeah.
like the Cancer is seen as the mother. We're all
I think,
messes. Selena Gomez is a Cancer, Ariana Grande is a Cancer, and everything.
oh
Yeah.
gosh.
So in ancient Greece, the goddess Hecate is the patron of witches. She ruled over the magic, the night, the moon, the crossroads, and witches were said to invoke her in their like when they're doing their spells and everything.
Ooh,
Not
in
spells, but you know.
Greece. Yeah, yeah.
And then in ancient Egypt, Isis was the goddess of magic and motherhood.
Oh,
And
wow.
she, so like the healers were when women were adept in healing and protective spells, and they like
Yeah.
channel Isis while they did that.
Oh, wow. This is fascinating.
Also, I think Isis was had her own temple, and that's how they found
Really?
clues for Cleopatra. I think,
God, this is where my brain went. I'm like, I wonder if that terrorist group named
which is
themselves after.
ironic because they don't like women, but they're
Yeah, but
named
so
after
it's
the
probably not
goddess
named
of
after that.
magic and motherhood. So it probably has other meanings.
Yeah. I was thinking about that when I saw it. I was like, wait, ISIS? That don't make sense.
Yeah. Well, it used to be like a normal name before.
I went to school with an ISIS, and now I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I did not
Short
know your
girl.
name had this meaning.
That's cool. Like that's a cool name to be named if it didn't have such
Yeah,
a negative association
for
now.
sure.
And then triple goddess, which is a modern symbol for the divine feminine in witchcraft, is maiden, mother, and crone. So the maiden is the new life, intuition, and beginnings. The mother is creation, fertility, and nurturing, and the crone is wisdom, endings, death, and prophecy.
Ooh,
And then in the
interesting.
movie, yeah, we see how the girls like empower their intuition, emotion,
Yeah, yeah, for
collaboration,
sure.
essentially, as
Like all
strengths.
of them.
Yeah.
All of
So I
like
was like,
the
was that tied
witches.
in too, or was it just a happy accident?
They had to have like thought about it and like I'm saying it's probably in the books. I think it was probably thought about in the books and then they
Hmm.
just kind of took a little bit of it here and there because I don't know. I feel like back then writers were just so much more just so better. They
They
were
had to do
better.
more research. They couldn't just churn out books left and right.
Yeah. Even now though, I'm like people are doing terrible jobs at um like making books to screen because they like have to like change it to make it what they think is better and it just makes it
Yeah.
worse.
So I thought, like with Disney, they did a good job of keeping some of those elements
Yeah, no, for sure.
with the movie, but I feel like the books probably dive more deeper into the lore and the
Yeah.
history of it, you know?
Yeah, part of me is like, I kind of want to read the audio or listen to the audio books of these books now because I'm like, there's
They're
8. I don't
probably
have time to
good.
read them.
Also, I'm
Yeah.
shocked that I didn't know it was a book series when I was at the library all the time. You know
Oh
what
my
I
gosh,
mean?
yeah, for real. I wonder if was it like what section it was it in? Like teen maybe? Let's
Yeah.
see if I can look it
Like
up. It was in teen?
child teen. Like where I would go. Like I used to read. Did you ever read the Sweet Valley High series?
No. I
It was like that general area.
I read a variety of stuff. Like I loved all my fantasy books still, and then I liked the Click books.
Oh my god, the
Gossip Girl
click.
books. Yeah, those were
Yeah.
solid. I loved those books.
I have them on the list as an episode idea because I want to reread the books so bad too.
Yes. I'm trying to see what Twitch's book series. I'm now reading
Okay.
more into it, and it said it's a young adult
Yeah.
fantasy.
You can't
So it
trust
was
the
in the
ads.
section that we. This is what the cover is. It's just like very unique.
Very 2000s book series cover. I'll post it on
It
Instagram so you can see
totally
what it looks
is.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think Tia and Tamara did a much better job. This book cover is not it.
No, it's maybe that's why I just saw the cover and was like, eh, not my interest.
Yeah, I just love the whole lore about witches and like hunters and oh, it's just all so good. I love
Yeah.
like learning about like the myths and all that. I could just
It's
never be
interesting.
bored about learning about it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super interesting. And I believe half of it was like based off of history too. So like
Mhm.
it makes it even more interesting to me that it's like, wow, like there was a time where like this was like actually taking place, popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's wild to me. Yes, but anyways, next
Next
week
week.
you can take it away,
Oh,
Carol.
I was gonna say we'll be doing Halloween Town,
And I'm
which
so
is Kim's favorite.
excited. Absolute favorite Halloween movie ever. Um, I know everybody
Well,
says Hocus Pocus, but Halloween Town just has my heart. It was so wholesome.
I think mine's Hocus Pocus or Practical Magic.
Who's in Practical Magic?
Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman.
I don't think I've seen that one actually. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
you should watch that one.
Maybe I will. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
It's really good.
Oh, I have to then. Yeah, but I'm super excited for Halloween Town. Like Kimberly J. Brown was like loved her, and I was like so excited because I was like, we have the same name. Yeah, that's how I thought. Oh, but yeah, I'm super excited and it'll be great. And yeah, sorry for the delay this week if anybody noticed. But that is my because of my work schedule and I'm a disaster. So just I'm a little tornado everywhere.
Let's split next week. So this will come out next week. And then the next episode after that will be Halloween Town in
I know
honor
I'm
of
so
Halloween.
excited. Well, yes, it's gonna be great. It's a good one.
Okay. Yep.
Okay then, we will see you guys next week.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.